Bicycle Workshop Tales, episode 39, would you believe?
Is it Tuesday? Let me just remind myself. I've got so many things going on, I forget what day it is. Tuesday, the 28th of October. Right, so I plan to go out today and bike packing overnight. I started packing everything as you've seen earlier in the video. So I've got all this stuff ready. I've charged my GoPro, everything's charged up. Got to take the drone with me. Got my camping kit, got everything sorted out. I'll talk about that in a minute. Stove, blah, 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 blah. Just about to get my sleeping bag in the bike, everything else. Now, something happened the other day when I was rebuilding this, not this bike, that bike. In the last video, I rebuilt the fat bike, this one. A lightweight Raven. I was working on it and I smacked the back of my hand, this hand, with a spanner or something. I don't know what it was, but I remember hitting my hand and I thought nothing of it. Obviously it hurts like hell and you just let it go and it'll eventually disappear. Well, it hasn't really, something's up in my hand. You can't see it, but this knuckle is bigger than it should be. And I don't think it's bone. First of all, I thought, oh my God, I've broken my finger, but I can do this and it doesn't hurt. Oh, actually it does. And if I grip, hang on, let me just see, can I grip? I haven't tried this yet. Oh, actually no, I can't really. When I let go, it hurts right up my arm to my shoulder. So I reckon it's tendon. I think I've hit a tendon or something. So I won't be going riding today. And I hope this doesn't play up because I'm riding on Friday. I'm doing my challenge. So this week's video is all about, or it's supposed to be all about, the challenge of fat bike versus 29er. Is a fat bike any faster or slower than a 29er? I did an 84k loop in the Forest of Dean a couple of videos ago in 4 hours and 4 minutes, 84k, and I recorded my fastest 50 miles since starting on Strava, fastest 50 mile time. So what I thought, when I came back, I wonder what it'd be like on a fat bike. So I rebuilt a fat bike. That's the two bikes there actually. This is a 29er, this is the fat bike. So on Friday the plan is to take this over to the Forest of Dean, ride exactly the same route, starting in exactly the same place and ride exactly the same distance. I'm going to run at the same heart rate, which is around about, maxed out I think about 150, 149. So I'm going to try and keep around 140. So it's a pretty similar experience and see how I am, what time it takes me. It'll be really interesting to see. So if you want to find that out, watch to the end of this video. It's the only way you're going to find out, provided I can hold the bars. Now, what I'm aiming to do now in the next few days is to rest this. I was going to do some stuff now, going to do some work, but I have to do it with this hand. I have to remember not to use this one because just manipulating things around, it really does twang. But anyway, other bit of news is, if you saw, my bike mount, my GoPro bike mount broke. But I was just going down the hill and it snapped. Went over a bump. If you watch the last video, if you managed to watch the hour and 5 minutes, I think it was, last video last week, first of all, thank you for watching it all. If you didn't, it might be worth just going back and skipping through and seeing different sections of it because there are various things in it. But the last section is me building that bike, and I also talked about my GoPro mount snapping when I went over a bump. So I sent a video to GoPro. They've sent me a free replacement under warranty. So, and here should be, this great big box should be a bike mount from GoPro. I haven't actually opened the box yet. I'm hoping that's what it is. Let's look. This is internet boxes for you. All that's in there in this box is that. And this great big box is that. So it's an unboxed mount replacement. So hopefully this one lasts longer than the last one. A couple of weeks. This will be my 5th, I think. They do wear out. This rubber bike mount bit wears out, but yeah, there we go. It's all new. So I'll fit the bits to it. That just means I can use my bike mount again. I was going to do some other things now, but I think I'm just going to rest my hand and not do anything. I've got everything else here. It's so tempting to just do things, but I know I'm going to use this hand and it's going to bloody kill me. So I'm going to rest it another day. I'm probably going to wrap it up. Sheena said strap it up, then it'll probably stop you using it. So I'm going to do that, I think. Right, okay, so that was it really. What I would also love you to do, which I think I said in the last video, is let me know whether you like long or short videos, or should I do a mix. I've seen comments in this last video saying they prefer the longer ones with mixed content. I like doing those. They take a lot of doing. This week's obviously won't be that long because I can't really do an awful lot and can't film an awful lot. But we'll see. Hopefully this will be okay in a couple of days and I can get out and ride. I was really going to go out. I really wanted to get this bike out. I've got the perfect spot to go camping. It was just going to be a night out. It wasn't going to be some epic ride. I just want to get out. We walk through these woods most days and I think, oh, I really want to come out and camp. So that's what the plan was. Please look out, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I should put this at the beginning of the video. In fact, hang on a minute. Hi, welcome to the channel. If you don't want to miss out, please subscribe, like and subscribe. Share it to all your friends. Okay, I'm going to put that at the front. Okay, hello. So that's it. Today is Thursday. Been a bit of a crap week this week. Haven't done anything. I seem to have done something to my hand and I still don't know whether I can ride. I'm not sure this video is going to be much this week. I may do a bit of a there's a few questions been asked online, so I'm probably going to answer those. Actually, I shall answer one now. Let me just dig out the question. I could do it now, can't I? So, I was asked, yes, Sky over Stroud is brilliant. In that last video, I don't know if you watched it, but the sky, the autumn sky and the sun just coming out of that corner was amazing. Just as I came over the hill out of the woods over Stroud, it was a hell of a shot. Oh, Rob Loxley. Cheers, Rob. I'll find it in a sec. Here we go. Are you still selling carbon forks? Yes, I do. It's these. These are, yeah, fat bike forks. They're carbon, they're 150mm axle width. They've got mounts on the fork legs. Carbon steerer. They're about 800 grams because I weighed some in the last video if you saw it. Right, so yes, so the answer to that one is yes, I do. There is details on my website. If you go on to grahamfootbicyclelover.com website or just put in smokestonebikes.co.uk in search engine, it'll come up as our Smokestone website and the forks are on there. Rims, any thoughts on where to get rims like those heads? Right, okay, so I sell these. So I sell Nexty. These are manufactured by Nexty. These are carbon rims, single skin, very similar to the head rims that I've got. I did crack one of these, but that was down to me. I mean, I've cracked both. I've cracked a head and I've cracked one of these. This stayed together longer, but it was still finally leaking. But I've sold a lot of these and I've had none back. So it was a case of me running them too soft and smacking them into a rock, just being stupid. But for general use, I mean, I've got quite a lot of these have been out and done lots and lots and lots of miles. So there's nothing wrong there. On my website, they're £350 a rim, so much cheaper, half the price of heads. They're about 450 grams each. They go tubeless instantly. Just need a little bit of tape to go over the valve holes, the nipple holes, spoke holes. That's it. They go straight up. So yeah, you can have them. The graphics come in different colours, so you can specify whether you want them loud like this, or you can have them stealthy black, like gloss and matte, or colours to match. If you've got a colour, and you can send me the code, the RAL colour code, I can match the code to the sticker. So yeah, to answer that question, yes we do. And we can build them. If you want them built, we can do that as well. So I think that answers, let's just see, we've got any more questions. Oh yeah, I mentioned about kangaroos. Yeah, it would appear there are wallabies, which is probably what it was actually, because it wasn't massive. There are wallabies over near Stroudway, so that's probably where they've come from, or where it had come from. So yeah, it wasn't quite as daft as I thought. because I thought I was going mad. But it was the second time I'd seen one, so it's obviously there are something out there. The handlebars I run on the silver bars that I was running are gusset beard bars, which are available from Slam 69. I'll put a link in the video if you want. People are looking forward to Fat Packer, which is good, which is in 2 weeks' time. I think that's it, questions wise. It's nice to get some. Oh, why did the spokes need replacing in the back wheel? In the wheel, I should say. What it was, the wheel was 10 years old, roughly, and it had been used in a very salty area, by the sea, up in Scotland. So it was ridden quite a lot in the sea and salty water. So they'd started to sort of deteriorate and get really rough and corroded. They are stainless spokes, but they still, like the surface looks corroded. And because I know they're stainless, but they can still corrode. Stainless just means they don't stain. It doesn't mean they don't rust. So that's, yeah, one broke. So rather than just change one, because in the past I've done this, I've changed one spoke. Someone's bought a wheel in and changed one spoke. They come back in the next week, change another one and another one. And then you think, hang on a minute, why they go in? It's because the spokes are either old and they just had they've come to the end of their life. So it's far better to just strip the whole lot, rebuild it, and then off you go. And you haven't got to worry about them breaking again next week. He is going to bring, the customer's going to bring these other wheel, because I mentioned really we should have changed both at the same time. So I think he's going to bring the other wheel down as well, and we'll do that. He lives up in Scotland, but he's coming down this way. Yeah, I think it's about all the questions I've got to answer. But yeah, fire some more at me. It's always good to get some. If you want to know anything about what we're doing, what I'm doing, my events, and what's planned in the future. Right, okay, I think that's it for now. Hopefully, I don't know how this long video we're going to be. I'm going to try and make it at least half an hour, but we'll see. I don't want to make it just boring. Okay, I'll catch you later. Sunday today, I've got to get the video out this afternoon. It's very short, as you've seen. I'm sorry, haven't really been able to do an awful lot this week, but I thought what I'd do is round this week's video off with a quick look at the bikes that I own. I don't know if I've ever gone through all the bikes that I actually own now and use, and I use all of these bikes. So the first one is my Raven, which I recently built. It has got the lightest parts that I could get from my bargain bucket, if you know what I mean. So I've used my old head wheels, as I've mentioned before. I'll quickly show you. So I've got these old head wheels. I've built up onto some old hubs. I've used a frame that I was going to sell, and I've kept everything to a minimum. Some old Hope brakes, the gusset bars I mentioned, and all the rest of it, and there's the setup. So that bike was built really just for this challenge. So next week, hopefully next week, I'll get to ride this on Friday and do the 84k challenge. And then other bikes that I've got are my Henderson, which I call Mr. Rusty, as you see here. This is a aluminium frame. It is a smokestone Henderson frame. So I built I had 200 made. I designed the first few, then I had a batch made of 200. This bike is really my do-it-all mountain bike. Somebody said to me recently, I thought you said fat bikes did everything, why do you need more than one? And you don't actually need more than one. You could just have a Henderson so basically you could have a smokestone bow tie, or you could have a Henderson and do anything on them, with them. I have the luxury of having more frames, so I can set them up in specific ways to do specific things. So I only built this bike, for instance, the lightweight one, to do a challenge against another 29er. So a similar spec, but with different size tyres. That's the only reason I really built this bike, was just to do this challenge. Otherwise I wouldn't bother. My normal bike would be my Henderson, as I'm showing you here, and it does everything. It's bomb-proof. It takes suspension forks or rigid forks. You can go bike packing on it. You can do anything on it, really. You can swap the wheels around, put lightweight wheels in and make it really fast, or you can put bomb-proof wheels on like I've got now, and you can go off and do downhill. The forks, you can put suspension forks on up to 140mm of travel, and that makes it into a downhill beast, or you can run 100mm travel and make it more cross-country. So it's very, very versatile. It's affordable. The frames are £250. Like I say, I've got some mediums left. There are a few, if you look around, there are a few frames or bikes for sale. So if you're lucky enough to find the right size for you, then they are out there. People tend to move around, try different things, or they upgrade to a titanium frame. My next bike is my latest bike, which is my Raven Pinion. So it's the current Raven. If you were to buy a Raven from me, this is what you would get. 197 rear end. So it takes the biggest of tyres, or it'll take a smaller tyre. It is designed for bikepacking mainly, or a bomb-proof, go anywhere, do anything. You got no derailleurs to smash, you got nothing. It's very, very low maintenance. So the whole idea of this bike really is to have a very low maintenance, do anything bike. You could run 29ers on it if you wanted to. You can run up to 4.8-inch tyres on it if you want to. So it'll do it all. The penalty is the weight of the gearbox, but if you're fit and you're wanting to do anything where you don't have to worry about smacking off your rear derailleur, it is the bike to have. The gearing is really, really good. You've got a big range of gears. It's absolutely faultless. Battery lasts forever. It's got smart shift gearing on it. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I've set it up with Smokestone carbon rims, Hope hubs, things like that. So as you can see, it's got one of our custom bags, custom frame bags, which we make, which we can supply if you want, and everything else you could need to go bikepacking. My next bike is next bike will be my cargo bike. Now, we bought this cargo bike purely because we've got a dog, and we wanted to be able to take her with us. She's a corgi, so she's not a trail dog. She can't go bombing around for hours on end. So if we want to do long distance, we're going to put her in the back, then we can take her in and out depending on where we are and what we're doing. She loves riding in it. The reason I bought this long cargo bike rather than just adapt a normal one is I saw a chap in Canada, John and Myra. John's the rider, Myra's the dog. If you've ever come across them, they ride all over the place. They've done Tour Divide, they've done all kinds of things. And he has a similar setup on his bike with a crate on the back. It's a Euro crate, so you can put the dog in the back and you can carry all the kit you need, and off you go. So I bought this bike specifically for that. It doesn't get an awful lot of use, and I have thought about selling it. And I did go through in one of my videos, I was going to put the box on my normal bike, but it was such a hassle to swap it all. And if I come out here one day and BB wants to go for a ride, that means I've got to change everything on the bike, fit this box. So I thought, no, I already own the bike. What is the point? Leave it. I've got it if I need to take it. If we ever go out in our motorhome, that's the bike I take. I put it in the back. Then I can do mountain biking on it. I can do anything I want. And there you go. And obviously the last bike is my 29er Herbie, which I did the challenge on the other day. As I've mentioned before, I built this bike purely because I could. It was a lifelong dream to have a cross-country 29er hardtail. And I finally got the bike that I always dreamed I could have. It rides beautifully. It's a bit scary for me because I'm so used to a fat bike now. It feels a bit sketchy. I am getting more used to it now, but I still wouldn't point it down things that I would, when I go on my fat bike, I won't care where I'm going. I won't care how steep it is, what condition it is, how rocky it is. I'd still take my fat bike down it. Herbie, I won't. I just haven't got the confidence to do it. I don't think it would handle it the same. But it is a beautiful bike, super lightweight, very, very fast. It's my idea of a gravel bike, to be honest. So so that's my Herbie. Yeah, I've got it kitted out with all the best kit I could get at that time. Fully Hope carbon cranks. It's got Shimano XTR gearing. It's got lightweight Hope brakes. So yeah, I really went to town on that. I did save up quite a bit of money, and I just went to town and bought everything I could do. It's got Smokestone carbon SM. They are the SM, I can't remember rims, SM35s, I believe. So they're carbon, manufactured by Nexty, colour coded to the colour of your bike. I tend to have it done in the colours of Hope, all the Hope colours, so you can get the rim in all the Hope colours. They're pretty affordable, very, very light, very strong. Thoroughly recommend them. And then I think that's all the bikes, to be honest with you. I think that is, yes. So yeah, that's my bikes. And like I say at the beginning, yes, you could have one fat bike and do it all. But because I have the advantage of having my own brand, and I have the advantage of being able to make them specific to a certain task, then that's what I've done. Although you could say my Raven Pinion and my Henderson basically do the same thing. It's just I've got a gearbox on one because I wanted to show people, like I say, it's a bit different for me because I'm showing my products and I have to have something to show people. So that's my excuse for having four fat bikes. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that little bit at the end. I hope it was worth watching to the end. Next week, I hope this hand, it's getting better. It is a lot better than it was. I'm still getting pain in my elbow. I think it's definitely tendon. I think I might have trapped the tendon here, and obviously, when you grip, see, it still does it now when I grip, but I just got to give it time. Plenty of ibuprofen. And I think by next week I should be able to ride the bike. I think I'll be all right riding. It's just certain other things I can't do. But hopefully everything will be sorted. I'm going to get out, do some nice footage on the bike packing, and also do the challenge. So if you want to see this challenge next week, please look out, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I should put this at the beginning of the video. In fact, hang on a minute. For all your friends. Okay, I'm going to put that at the front. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic week. Enjoy the weather. I think it's improving a bit. Whatever it is, around the world, wherever you are, have a fantastic week. Enjoy yourself. All the best. Take care. See you next week.